Hey kindergarten, today you're going to get back your self-portrait that you drew and painted last class. You're also going to get back your Jackson Pollock background that we made. And you're going to get back your handprints that you printed. What you need to get off of the supply table is one big sheet of paper and one little strip of paper. The very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my name on that big sheet of paper. Mr. Calvert. You're my K, A, B, or C, depending on which class you're in. I'm going to flip it over. And the very first thing I need to do is I'm going to glue my Jackson Pollock painting on top of that big sheet of paper. So use dots of glue. Remember to go all the way around the edge. A dot can do a lot. All the way around the edge. And then I'm going to put some in the center as well. Just like this. And I'm going to glue this paper right in the center of my big construction paper. All right, so I'm not going to glue it at the top. I'm not going to glue it way off to the side. I'm going to try to glue it right in the middle. And I'll know that I've done a good job at that when I have this frame all the way around the edge. So you can see purple going around all the different sides of this. You might want to flip that paper over, give it a nice back rub. It might not want to stick very well. After you're that far, then you're going to take your self-portrait. You're going to cut it out. Be extra, extra, extra careful. Carefully cut around your neck, your ears, your hair. The hair is probably going to be the tough part for many of you. I'm actually going to bubble cut around it right now. So then I can go back in and I can cut out some of these other smaller sections. Got my self-portrait cut out. I can throw away all those little scraps. And this, once again, is going to get glued on top of my background. So dots of glue, making sure to go all the way around the edge. Put a couple in the center as well. If you are having trouble with your background sticking down, like mine is curling up right now, don't worry about it. Maybe you want to hold it down just a little bit longer, but I can come in, I can put a little bit of hot glue on that to fix it. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to glue myself down. Notice that I'm gluing myself down on top of the background. I didn't do it on top of the frame. We want to make sure that we don't glue it on top of that. So I've got my self-portrait glued on. Next, you are going to cut out some shoulders. So I've got this strip of paper that you grabbed. This is going to be your shirt color. And you're going to draw kind of like this big rounded shape. Going from the corner all the way to this corner. So it's going to go curve up in the middle, and then curve back down to the edge. And that can get cut out. So I started off by gluing my Jackson Pollock painting down to a colored piece of construction paper. Cut out and glued down my self-portrait. Next, I'm giving myself some shoulders. These are going to get glued just like this, right on top of my neck. That's fine. If your shoulders are too big, please let me know. Like if your shoulders are covering up part of your face, let me know and I can help you out. This is going to get glued down as well, making sure everything touches the bottom of the Jackson Pollock painting. I think I'm going to give myself a little back rub just to make sure I'm sticking on there. The last thing I need to do today is I need to cut out my handprints, and these need to get glued on there as well. Yours will look a little bit nicer because you have smaller handprints than me. Mine are a little big. When I go to cut this out, I'm actually going to bubble cut it just a little bit. So I'm going to cut and leave just a little bit of space around my hand. You can see I'm not going to try to cut in between every individual finger. That'd be a little too hard. But I will kind of dip down a little bit for that thumb. So if you need me to come around and draw where you should cut, let me know and I can help you out with that. It's kind of confusing when you can't see your entire hand. So I'm going to cut those out. So my final step after cutting out my hands is gluing them down onto my self-portrait. Yours will fit quite a bit better than mine because my hands are quite a bit bigger, right? So don't feel like yours is going to look goofy like mine. And please keep your hands on the paper, all right? Try not to let them hang way off the edge. All right? I'm fine if the hands come down onto your border. So mine actually comes down onto the purple. That's all right. And gluing these on. All right, when you get this far, you are finished for the day. So glue down your Jackson Pollock painting, cut out and glue down your head, cut out and glue down your shoulders. I know they're kind of hard to see with my hands on the top. And then cut out and glue down your hands. All right, lots to do today. Please do your very best job.